In the last video we finished all the annoying stuff. We got the exhaust and the turbo done. I just hate doing it because it's always so rusty, it never comes off nice. But now we got fun stuff left. We got electrical, we got the intake, timing belt, and then of course engine internals, most fun part. I don't want to shoot all the connectors though because I think it's a bit tedious. You don't need to see all the connectors come apart. And there's a couple of little coolant hoses. So I'm just going to show you where it's all to, and then I'll come back and I'll show you it's coming off, and then we'll move on to the timing belt after. So for the intake, I usually leave everything attached. The TGVs stay on, the wiring harness stays on, fuel lines, everything. It all comes off as one unit. You just gotta make sure all the connectors come off the block, and a couple coolant lines I'll show you later. All the connectors are pretty simple. They go to one spot, and they can't really be messed up. They're shaped properly, so they can only go where they should. Okay, let's start on the back of the engine. You've got your knock sensor here. These are the coolant lines I was talking about for your throttle body. You've got cam position right there. Okay, AVCS connector here. I'll show you the bolts on this side because you can see them a little bit easier. There's 10mm bolts on top here that take the intake off of the TGVs. But I usually, like I just said, take the TGVs off the block and leave everything attached. So I take off these 12mm bolts on the bottom. There's 4 on either side. On the front, there's crank position. We've got one small line for oil pressure. You've got coolant temp. And this side is basically a mirror. Don't forget your coil packs. Forgot to show you on the other side, but it's identical on both sides. That's it. Alright, I think I got everything. All the bolts are removed and all the connectors we talked about are taken apart. It's a little bit finicky to get out. You kind of got to angle it and move it and work with it a little bit. Here we go. With all that removed, all I have left is the PCV system and the big coolant pipe. I'm leaving my AC bracket on and basically everything I can leave on the block because I'm planning to not switch blocks. Hopefully, I mean that's the whole goal here is to save this block and not to buy a new one. If you're going to change blocks, so you have to move all this stuff and obviously transfer over to your new one. The PCV system is really simple. It's just a crankcase vent to the valve covers, and it kind of comes up across your intercooler, those pipes you see. Mine's a little bit odd because I've got a catch can hose and it needs to be revised a little bit because some of these hoses are gotten hard, and I was doing some fooling around with some boost leaks, so it's a little bit of an odd setup right now. But it's just disconnect the hoses and a couple little bolts for these hard lines that secure to the engine, and it's all off. Okay, PCV system. Okay. That's going to. Timing belt. Some of these big bolts can be pretty stubborn even with proper tools. Unfortunately, I don't have the proper tools. I made some for the cams and it works pretty well. An impact usually can take it off, and if it does, it comes off really easy. If it doesn't, it's a bit of a nuisance. You gotta use some breaker bars and stuff. Last time it came off pretty good. We'll have to see how it goes this time. We'll see. Yeah. The crank bolt's usually not bad at all. There is a proper tool that holds it here, I guess if you need to get a breaker bar on, but an impact, and especially a good impact better than this one, would take it off no sweat. Okay, so we got the cover off, and I tried this one right here. Just put the impact on it for a second and it came right off, no sweat. I tried the other one on the bottom and it didn't come off so easy. The top ones have covers, so I got to take them off now in a second. It's an oil cover. I'll show you my tools I made. This one here, I just welded a wrench onto a 2 3/8 socket, and you got to grind this face flat because it's stuck off a little bit. and you need to mate flat because on this, because there's not much to grab onto here. It's only it only sticks off just a slight amount. So you've got to grind it flat. I hope you can see it. I think it's focused on my face there. But the next one my father made, and it was just a piece of plate we had welded on a stick so you can put a pipe on it, and it's just got 3 starts so you can fit it over. You can fit it over the face of that. It fits into these three peg holes here. Both of them work great. They both work perfect with 2 people. One person is a little bit tricky because you kind of got to hold it and then get a big breaker bar on it if the impact won't take it off. But they do work. Let's try quickly and see if the impact will take these guys off. That's nice. Alright, so we got 2 that came off easy, and 2 we're going to need to use tools on. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this by myself. This one seems pretty decent. It's a bit hard to hold it all in place. Look at that. Can't ask for anything better than that. Right on. Okay, so I got a big aluminum pipe for this one, lots of leverage, I'm not worried about holding it. I just gotta make sure it doesn't slip off the gear here. Kind of hold it with my knee. I might need a smaller pipe. A little bit sketchy by yourself, but it's off. It fits really tight actually, so that's why I'm okay to lean on a little bit. I'm not too worried about it slipping off the gear and damaging it. So it does fit tight. It won't really, can't really round anything off. Even this one down here, the socket fits pretty perfect. The bolts come out perfect. That was the most difficult thing we had to do today, so I'm glad they came out so clean. I'm just going to take the belt off, tensioner, and the pulleys. I'm not going to film it because it's pretty boring really, and I got to go actually. I'm kind of running out of time for here today. So I'm going to end the video now. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Next time we're going to be splitting with an engine, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully that's a more interesting video for you guys. Talk to you later.